Gen Con, and so I was really excited to be part of the 50th anniversary because
Yes.
it's a significant
It is.
milestone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this is probably my fifth.
Fifth?
So
you're kind of new to the game,
yeah,
is
I'm
what you're
still
telling me.
trying
Yeah.
to figure out how it works, what
Yeah.
we're doing, what
Stick
it's about.
Stick with me.
Okay.
I will help you through it all.
I'm not sure what it's even about.
Gen Con. Well, Gen
Yeah.
Con is a gathering of gamers to try out the newest, hottest games, demos, tournaments.
So, like, what kind of games are we talking about?
We are talking about board, tabletop,
So something
card
on a table,
games.
like this thing in front of us.
Something,
Okay.
something
Excellent.
like that. You need this. It's required.
Well, it's great that there's been 50 board games.
Yes, 50
Right.
years.
Oh, 50,
of board
wow.
games. Yes,
So there's
that
more
is
than
what
50 board
we
games.
got to
Great.
we got to make this
Okay,
clear.
great.
Yes.
So
more and more each year. Yeah.
But seriously, it is really exciting to be here at, like, because this is a big event and they've made it
Yeah.
a big event, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, there's been concerts. It's sold out, which is crazy.
First year ever that it's
Yeah.
like 100% sold out, which is like a super huge thing, and it's spilling in more and more into the football stadium, the Lucas Oil
Yeah.
Stadium nearby. So like, it is growing bigger and bigger every year.
Yeah.
So very very exciting in that sense.
Well, cool. So to give everyone a quick rundown who's joining us, again, we're at Gen Con, it's day one. We're going to bring you one of these every day around noon, and we're just going to take a look at what's going on. The first little thing we have for you today is going to be Sean yesterday that was here during booth setup to give you a look behind the scenes, and you talk a little more on Gen Con 50.
Yeah, a little bit about how long it's been around for, and like all of the work
Yeah.
that goes into it, because it is a huge production. Like when guests get in here, they see sort of our finished booth, which looks amazing, by the way.
Which you guys will see more of.
Yes.
So today is going to be, you're going to see some setup, and then we're also going to be having a tour of the booth for you, but that's going to be on tomorrow's show.
Yeah. But you'll get to see on this little clip some of the work that goes into putting the booth together.
All right, so let's go talk to Sean.
Hey there, we're in Indianapolis in the CMON booth, and we're getting ready for Gen Con. And this is a very special Gen Con because it's Gen Con 50. That means it's older than Jennifer Aniston, the San Jose Sharks, and Star Wars. Now, CMON has a bunch of different events that we're excited about. We've got the Rising Sun charity event where all of the proceeds are going to be going to Indianapolis-based charity Child Advocates. We also have the Godfather, Corleone's Empire experience, and attendees will also get to try out a Song of Ice and Fire tabletop miniatures game. So be sure to tune in to our live shows every day at around noon Eastern time. And now let's take a look at some of the hard work our team put in to get ready for Gen Con 50.
All right, so thank you for showing it. That's cool.
I mean, past me.
yeah. I mean, you did a great job.
Thank you.
You went back in time
Yes.
to show that. But no, it takes a lot of effort from everyone. I mean, it's amazing to see all the booths come together.
Yep.
But
When you walk in to the Indiana Convention Center, it is like a big open
Yeah.
warehouse, and then slowly these small cities like
Yep.
get built up, and like by the time the doors open, they look beautiful. Like
Yep.
all your displays are out there, all your games are out there. But it really is a
Yeah.
lot of work, and we're lucky to have such a great demo
Yes.
team who put their time in to make our booth what it is.
yeah, the people who help make this what it is, it's incredible because it couldn't be anything without the support of that demo team.
Yeah, absolutely. And they're kind of the face of the company. Like
Right.
they're the people who are going to introduce like all the
Yeah.
attendees to our games.
Yeah. So
amazing.
and you touched on a couple of exciting things that are happening there.
Yeah.
So one of them is we are doing a Rising Sun charity
Yeah.
for the Indianapolis-based organization Child Advocates. which that's actually the official charity of Gen Con this year. But they're a fantastic organization that help kids in Marin County, which is where Indianapolis is. And we gave people the chance to buy event tickets. $50 tickets to sit down, play Rising Sun early, and have the chance to walk away with a copy before anywhere else.
Actually, very good odds too.
Yeah.
I mean, in terms of how many tickets were sold and how many copies we're going to be able to give away. And all the money goes to a good cause, as you said.
On Sunday, we'll be doing a check for the charity. We match dollar for dollar everything raised. So, we put it out earlier today, but we were happy that the fans helped us raise $11,200 to give to child advocates, which is just incredible. And these are very early copies. They're not for sale anywhere. It's just we made a very small portion available to support this charity. And so that's very exciting.
Gen Con does so much themselves for like charitable causes and stuff like that. So it's good for us as our company to be able to help out with that.
So we're excited for that. That's happening. Those events are happening all week. I'm sure people will see pictures. We've also got Godfather, Corleone's Empire Experience. So people will be able to, they're sitting down with the game. So it's actually available in stores right now. But this is going to be a lot of people's first maybe interaction with it. Because it just came out at the end of last month. So we got some cool backdrops, and
it's kind of like got like an Italian restaurant kind of feel to it. So
so that's a lot of fun.
Absolutely. Also, people are going to be able to try out a Song of Ice and Fire tabletop miniatures game, which is very cool. For one of the first times ever.
So that Kickstarter just wrapped up. For us on Tuesday, actually. And we have a whole space dedicated. We'll have definitely footage of that area. We have a whole space dedicated
with
to
live violin playing to set the mood.
Violin music.
Cool.
I think they're even running some of the plastics for the first time. So it's really cool, and it's showing it off. And we'll have a feature from that side of the booth. So it's interesting. We'll go into that tomorrow, but we have different sections and how this booth works.
So yesterday we had an interesting event.
So since today is kind of the start, we're doing a little look back at day 0. Yesterday, some of you might have seen some news coming out. We had a press event where we announced a few different things to get those. So everyone might have seen Hate, which is going to be our next Kickstarter. You can read a little more about that at the end of the last update for Song of Ice and Fire. And that's based on the Adrian Smith comic and his art and the amazing miniatures. We also took a look at, we let people see Bloodborne: The Hunter's Nightmare, which is an expansion for the Bloodborne card game. That's going to be out in 2018. It adds new monsters and bosses, 2 unique gameplay mechanics. They're adding runes, which have an effect across the entire game. And then they're adding death tokens that make it even more punishing.
It's
Bloodborne.
People were complaining it was too easy.
Too easy, right? So okay, that's fine.
We'll
make it more punishing. So that's cool. Let's see. We announced Kick-Ass.
Kick-Ass. Can you say that?
I just did. It's live TV. I just said it. Right? Sorry if there's kids in the room. Kick-Ass comic. It's Kick-Ass board game based on the comic by Mark Millar. We had some miniatures of that. That's 2018. We haven't gone much into it yet, but it is a cooperative game of managing your superhero life and your personal life.
Which is a hot mess.
Yes, which is a hot mess because you're a vigilante, right?
Exactly.
And then the other one that people were very excited about is Arcadia Quest Riders.
That one just like right off the bat strikes you at how cool it is, how the minis fit right into the mounts.
So the Riders introduces mounts to the game. A couple of things that are unique about this, besides being mounts, is this is not a Kickstarter project. It is a plug and play. So think Arcadia Quest Pets. It's an expansion. You're going to put this into it works with everything else Arcadia Quest, but it's going straight to retail. In 2018. It's going to add mounts, some new heroes, monsters,
and a campaign.
So cool. It is going to be kind of a full-fledged box coming to you that, like I said, it's still going to be plug and play, so you're going to need those other games, but it's going to be very easy to integrate, and I love the way the mounts look. We'll have footage of that too. In fact, I think we have a little bit where people will be able to take a look at that now,
Ooh,
and then we can touch on the other games we had there. But let's take a look.
Yeah.
So that was the PR event we had last
Yeah.
night, and so I mentioned a few games on there, but there were other ones there as well.
Yes, yes. Well, so we saw a little bit of footage of Way of the Panda.
Yep.
Very cool game. It is, you are panda figures trying to take back control of different villages around your country, and you're fighting off ninjas who have come in and invaded. And it's kind of like a worker placement game with like a bit of area control as you go along. Very interesting title. We also saw a first look at, it's almost like Green Horde that was there. Like people got some hands-on work with that. Lots of fun shooting off that catapult, taking on the zombie horde that'll build up on the outside of the table. So
it gets crazy.
It does.
I mean, it was already intense with all the zombies, but now when the hordes actually enter the board.
What is crazy about that game is you see the hordes start to build up, and
Right.
you know
Like,
that
you know
that
it's
is-
coming.
Yes, exactly.
So-
You know that it's just a matter of time until the horde shows
Yeah.
up, and you're going to have to deal with that as well. Richard the Lionheart, another one we saw there. So like that is like a seesaw battle between the forces of Prince John and Robin Hood, and they'll be fighting. And King Richard is actually off fighting the Crusade, so you've got to like defend his palace back in England.
And there's so many. That game is so cool because everyone is putting in like there's so much pull and like in
Push and pull to each
pull,
side. Yeah.
and like there's a portion in the game where everyone's putting cards into a deck blindly. Well, they know what they are.
They know what they're putting in.
But it's affecting what side is going to win a certain.
It's cooperative, except
is.
for your side needs to win.
Right.
But then from that side, you are going to win from it. So it's like cooperative to a point.
Yeah.
But you ultimately want to backstab your partners as well.
Right,
so
but
that's
you
neat.
have to just kind of wait for the right time. So
Exactly.
it's very cool. And,
Exactly.
I love the design on it, like the art.
Beautiful.
It's a beautiful game.
Beautiful
so.
art. Yeah.
What
for sure.
else?
What we had? What else did we have there?
Well.
Oh wait.
Are we doing a bit?
Oh, no, Council of 4.
Yes, that's
I did
right.
see Council of 4 there. That's right, Council of 4. Q4.
Council of 4.
Council of
Yeah.
4. It is.
And so we have shown some of that before. If anyone saw footage of CMON Expo
Yes.
that we had, we've actually done redesigning since then. In terms of like game layout, we've cleaned it up. We've opened the board up. We got some feedback.
Yep.
And this is the first time we were able to represent, and people seem to really enjoy it.
Yeah, I mean,
Can you tell? I mean, some people might not know about Council of 4. Could you?
So in Council of 4, you are trying to create buildings, like build buildings in different areas around this kingdom, but you need to get permits to do so, and so you need to influence this council and put the people who are going to be sympathetic to your building needs on the council. So it's a little bit of a political game, but it has a great strategic feel to it, but also very accessible. Like people, like when you teach them this game, it is very quick for them to be able to learn the rules and be right off with a strategy.
And if it does sound familiar to you, this is actually a new addition.
Yes. Just like Lorenzo El Magnifico from
Exactly.
Cranio Creations. Yeah.
Right. So in Lorenzo, we just brought it over because it was done. But this, we gave it,
A facelift.
Facelift, right?
Yeah.
But we still kept the gameplay that everyone's enjoying.
Yeah, for sure. We gave it the CMON treatment.
Yeah. So we had already mentioned Bloodborne. That was actually playable there, the expansion I mentioned.
Yep.
And then we had some song there.
Yes, absolutely. We had a few different song battles going on,
Yes.
so that was
What
actually
neat
fun
is-
to watch.
Yeah, and we were able to focus on the so not just the battles, but the objectives, because there's the 5 game modes.
Yes,
that
exactly.
are named after the novels. So
Yes.
you have a Game of Thrones game mode,
Yeah.
and those really dictate how you're going to play the game. Like sometimes you're going after specific objectives. Sometimes those objectives actually kind of give you certain abilities for getting there.
Yep.
There's a cool one, we don't have it here, but there's a really neat one where you are under constant siege.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
you set up your kind of defensive forces, and then the other team is kind of constantly sieging you that
Yes.
you have to sustain.
The one that I think is so interesting is the one where it is just a test of your mental will. Like you have
Yes.
to survive, the horrors
of the
war.
battlefield,
Yes,
right?
exactly.
Because
Time and time again. Yeah.
there's corpse piles that
Yes.
build up on a battlefield, and
As
that-
they do.
Yeah, as they do, and that negatively impacts the morale of your units. So
As it
that's
will.
right. As it will. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
So that was our PR event, and there's some most of that is playable out here, but there's a few things like we talked about. So like Kick-Ass, our Arcadia Quest Riders, and Hate. There'll be more information about that later. Also, more information about Bloodborne. To come
as it comes out.
Yeah, we were excited to finally just get some of that out there and just give everyone a peek.
What are you most excited about? Gen Con 50, we're here.
Gen Con 50. It's so kind of behind the scenes. We don't have a lot of time to go around the floor, right?
It's true.
So what I get most excited about is learning about the things I actually didn't know about.
Yeah.
Because we get so many people who come through and talk to us. And
Yeah.
it's this industry. We don't want to seclude ourselves away from it and just CMON land,
Absolutely.
right? So
Yeah,
we like
yeah.
to know what everyone's doing because we're all playing each other's games.
Absolutely.
In leading into Gen Con, it's difficult to kind of know what you have.
Yeah.
But, so I'm just excited to learn about with the things I didn't know about.
Right.
And to go out there and see it. And I'm honestly excited for people to actually finally get their hands on some of the games here. Because, we see things for a while in many different states.
They get
But
developed.
what matters is when it gets to the people we're making them for.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see people especially get their hands on Song.
Yes.
Because while the Kickstarter, I think the team did an amazing job. We had
Absolutely.
Rodney Smith did an incredible watch it played video for it. But it's not until you get your hands on the miniatures, you're moving your units, you're experiencing those. So I'm excited to learn about everything around us, and I'm excited for people to really see what we have and get their hands on it.
Yeah, absolutely.
What about you?
Well, for me, I mean, absolutely, like you say, it's hard for us to kind of get out there and see sort of the different booths and whatnot, but what I really like is that Gen Con is a gathering of people.
It is.
And we make friends in this industry.
We do.
So we've already seen lots of our different friends from the industry, and so I really like when you see a familiar face come into a booth and they're excited to see you, they're excited to talk about the games they've seen, and they want to hear about the games like we're showing off here. And that kind of like human connection is, like, board games are wonderful, I love them, but it's that human connection.
I mean, it reaffirms the community building of board games.
Absolutely.
Like this type of thing,
Yes,
right?
absolutely.
So it's just a great event every year. It's it's super crowded and it's super hectic.
Especially this year. I mean, this year for a Thursday, I mean, it is hard to get anywhere.
Yeah.
But
and for the people who can't make it, if you've never been to a show, it is worth getting out to. But that's why we want to do these live shows, to at least give you, like, let you get an eye in here
Yeah.
and see where it's coming from. And like I said, we'll make some more videos where you can see around the booth.
Yep.
We'll probably do a walk around the show floor just to give you an idea of what it is around us beyond us, because Gen Con 50 is bigger than us. I don't know how. It's weird, right? I don't know.
It is.
No, it is bigger than us, especially an event like this. So please come back and join us. We'll be doing one every day at noon-ish.
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 Yes.
We'll try to put up a post. We'll have a countdown to let everybody get in. But so again, I just want to thank everyone for joining us. I want to thank Sean for being here. I want to thank, our video guru, Jared. It's another Jared, but
Jared too.
Jared Oldham.
The sequel.
Yeah, the sequel. So my name is Jared.
My name is Sean.
Is it? I said your name for you. I didn't know if you'd forget.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
But again, thank you for joining us, and we will see you tomorrow. Bye.